Coming off a double overtime loss to Rhodes on Saturday, 16-13, what are some things that you thought your team did well in that contest?
I think, obviously it's a tough one because, you put all your heart and soul into it and you lose a tough ball game, and understand that there's no reset and you don't get a second chance. I thought that we battled really hard throughout the game. I think some of the things that we highlighted and talked to the team about yesterday were the fact that we played extremely hard and gave ourselves a chance to win, and we played all the way tooth and nail to the end. I think also one of the things that we hadn't seen all year that we did in this game is we answered sudden change situations. I do think we found some more consistency on offense and did some things that we need to do, and then can kind of build on that and get better. But we turned the ball over a couple of times, but both of those turnovers we answered the call with creating a turnover or getting a stop, and one of those was a red zone stop after they intercepted and ran it down there. So I think a week ago, if you take that, or the week before, I think there was this mindset of maybe we wait around till something bad happens and then the wheels fall off, and then here we fought through it. I felt really good about the way we fought through that adversity, and that adversity was self-created. I thought that we put ourselves in a position to win. I think maybe was a little too conservative for us at the end of the game, allowed them to get down there to get a field goal try. And unfortunately, can't take that stuff back. But I was real proud of our team because we had a goal line stand to hold them out of the end zone, force a field goal, almost blocked it, and then to have a block in the first overtime was crucial for us to give us a chance to win. And then again, maybe played a little too conservative. Maybe should have thrown it up to Chris a couple of times in that set. But playing for just points, and we got it down there. Had an easy field goal try, and they had a guy made a great effort. Number 2 made a great effort and got through and got a hand up, and got a hand on the ball. So and then we put ourselves in position to get points at the end. And then the one time on defense, we didn't play the power right. We did a great job of making adjustments and stopping things that had beaten us in the past, and then we didn't squeeze, we didn't get over the top, we didn't get a guy down, and 3 things happened bad on one play, and they did a great job of winning the football game on the last play. So you don't get a chance to do it over again, and there's no reset button in life. So we got to move on, and the things that I talked about our team is like, you can't take away the effort or the way we played so hard. And so if we could keep those things congruent in our quest to finish our season strong, then good things are going to happen. Doesn't mean that we won't have a bad play. Doesn't mean we won't miss an assignment or a block or give up a score. It just means that we got to play unbelievably hard and harder longer than anybody else.
You turn your attention now to Barry, who's really begun to find its offensive stride the last couple of weeks. What have you seen from them on film, and just kind of your overall general impressions from an opponent that's always tough for your squad?
I think, we're coming off of both of us playing for the championship last year, and then both of us are in a situation right now where Barry's still playing for a shot outside looking in after losing to Trinity, and so they're going to come in very well prepared and very, they're like we were in 2015, try to finish the season winning every game and hopefully get help from somebody else, because Birmingham and Trinity still have to play, and they still are going to play Birmingham. So, the conference is still wide open for them. Our job right now is to sort of play spoiler to that, which is not typically the place we've been in. We and Barry have always fought to be in the top of the league, and unfortunately that's not our situation right now. So I think that they're having a lot more confidence and they're building forward, and then we hopefully will get some more guys back off injury and continue to play better and better, and that's our goal. I think that looking at them on tape, they're still a very solid defensive football team. And again, they have found a little bit better stride in the last few weeks in offense, but they, like us, played some very tough teams in the non-conference as well. I mean, they went up and played Whitewater. That's not, you don't just go play Whitewater to play Whitewater. You go up there knowing that you're behind the 8 ball and you're going to try to get your program better. I mean, we scheduled one of the teams out of their team to get our program better too. I mean, that's what we're all doing. We scheduled Howard Payne to get our program better. And, you know, unfortunately, we didn't fare well in those games. But, again, we're all trying to push our programs and our league forward. So, and then Saturday, that'll be on display for us and Barry again.
Coach, they're a heavy running team. You guys already faced Birmingham Southern, who was a heavy running team. How does that help you guys facing a team like Birmingham Southern and then having kind of the same thing against Barry?
I think that, I mean, I think the best thing about it is that we have shown consistency over the last few weeks for our defensive front seven to play better and better and to play more consistent, to play more physical. I think, you know, we were able to do that to some degree against Birmingham. We just weren't able to, you know, we weren't able to answer. We weren't able to stop them from scoring. And really third downs is what was our demise in that game, was just getting off the field on third downs. So, but I do think that the physicality it took to play in that game, and we kind of transferred that over to the Rhodes game this last week. And I think if we can continue to do that and continue to get better and build on that, we'll have a chance to be successful up front. But it's going to be, I mean, Barry is always a team that is going to try to win the ball game on the line of scrimmage on both sides and force your hand on that. And that's where we've just got to get tougher, and we've got to be able to play tough Saturday. I think we're as prepared as we were going to be prepared for this game, but I don't know, you know, which group is going to show up out there yet. And so that's our job over the next few days, is to put together the best plan to make sure our guys are playing fast, playing physical, and getting to the football. And then again, conversely, it's being able to control the offensive line on the offensive side of the ball, to be able to, you know, run the ball, to be able to get, you know, our RPO game out there, and then to be able to protect, to get passed downfield. And that's where Barry in the past have always done a great job of forcing our pass hand and then being able to, you know, send pressure and get pressure on the quarterback. And we haven't handled that real well this year so far. So I think that's going to be one of the stories of the game is, you know, are we going to be able to move the change? Are we going to be able to, you know, make third down conversions? And are we going to get off the field on third down when we're on defense? I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Playing off of that, they're second in the league in sacks. So how do you guys combat that with offensive line play?
Well, I mean, the easiest way to keep them from sacking is just not throw it. So, but that's not an option. So, we've got to we got to get prepared this week to be able to handle their look up front and to, you know, which guy's going to come, which guy's not, and to win our one-on-one matchups. And again, we've just got to get better at that. And I would like to say, you know, we would get guys back off the injured list, but that's probably not going to happen this week. So it's getting our guys that we've got better and doing what their jobs are.
And then they're a team that scores, maybe not touchdowns all the time, but they've put a lot of field goals in as well. Yeah,
they do a good job converting. They do a good job of moving the ball and taking what's given. And I think that's, you know, that's a mark of a good football team, is to be able to take what's given. And you know, we've got to control that and to win those matchups to where we don't let them in the red zone and let them have those opportunities. Like just watching a little bit of video this morning, I mean, they have a lot of big play potential. I mean, they had a lot of big plays against Millsaps. They had a lot of big plays, you know, last week. So they've got some tools that they can get out there in space and go. So it's not letting them, you know, have those big plays and then being able to contain them the best we can.
I think something that might work in your favor, they're 31.8% on third down conversions.
Yeah, you just can't let them have one at first and second down. We'd be 60-yard runs and touchdowns. Part of that though is the people they've played, because you know when you play Whitewater and you're playing Trinity, because Trinity's defensive line is probably the best in the league this year, very similar to what we had last year. And you know when you look at our Trinity and game last year, I mean, it was a story of two defensive lines playing their butt off. And then when you go to Whitewater, you're not going to have a huge third down percentage. So some of that's the function of who they played versus the actual statistic. So being able to stop what they actually do on those plays is good. But if we hold them to 31% like that during the week, then this week, then we should be successful too.